It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't even know how to wrap my mind around what just happened, but I just dreamed 2 weeks. I just lived 2 honest to God full weeks, 14 full days and nights where I felt time passing, and then I woke up and it wasn't real. And only 7 hours had passed and not 14 days. But it was the most lifelike, visceral, actual, real feeling thing like, there was nothing in it that would have indicated it was a dream. I had a dream where I was this is so nerdy. I was at a conference on theology and the spiritual realm. In my dream, I was at a 2-week-long conference, and I just lived 14 days in a row, and nothing weird or telling happened. Like, there were no time jumps. There were no weird moments of, how did I get here? Like, everything was normal. I felt a full 14 days pass in real time. And I made new friends, and I ate dinner, and I attended conferences, and the people who were speaking were saying true, real things. Nobody was talking nonsense like how dreams normally go. And I went to sleep. Like Inception, I went to sleep in my dream. I had dreams in my dream. I woke up in my dream and journaled the dreams that I had just had. Because I journal my dreams so I don't forget them. And in my dream, I did that. And it wasn't real. And I used to want to learn how to lucid dream, and so I did all this research on how to tell when you're dreaming, right? Because in order to lucid dream, you have to first determine that you're dreaming. And so I have done a bunch of research on stuff that isn't supposed to happen in dreams. And for example, you're not supposed to be able to look at clocks in dreams, right? Because your subconscious doesn't do well with time. Like, when you're sleeping, your brain doesn't do time. And that's why in dreams, there's all these weird time jumps and stuff feels jumbled and out of line. And you're not supposed to be able to look at clocks. If you look at a clock and the clock looks weird and wrong, then you're like, oh, I'm dreaming. The clocks were right. I was in a conference and one of the speakers was boring, and I looked at a clock and I watched 2 hours pass on the clock in real time. That's not supposed to happen in a dream. I looked in a mirror. You're not supposed to be able to look in mirrors in your dreams. I met new people. Your brain isn't supposed to originate new faces in your dreams, but I met new people, and I made friends with one person, and we exchanged numbers. And when I woke up this morning, I was so horrifically unsettled because I didn't know what was real and I didn't know what was fake, and I felt like I was crazy, and I didn't know how much time had passed. And I went to text my friend. He doesn't exist. He's not real. I dreamed him. Why did that happen? I need to speak to a psychologist, or I need to put on a tinfoil hat. Do I believe in aliens now? Was I abducted? Did I just go to another dimension? Is time travel real? I feel psychotic. And by the way, I don't do anything. I do not take, not even the things that are legal and people think are safe and fine and I don't do anything. So nothing in my system would make that happen. I sound like a crazy person. I feel like a crazy person. I just lived 2 weeks. I just lived 14 full, honest to God days and nights, and it wasn't real. And also in my dream, I met Dan McClellan, and then when I woke up and I wasn't friends with him in real life, I got really upset because he's cool and I admire him. And as far as I know, Dan McClellan is real, but we're not friends. Unless he's not real. Unless nothing is real. Unless I'm still dreaming. Because how the freak would I know?